Hi, I'm Dave Bergstrom. I'm the pastor of Avondale Presbyterian Church. And today we're going to be taking a look at heaven. Fred arrived at the pearly gates to process his arrival. And Peter said, "Fred, tell me one unselfish thing you've done while you were on earth." Well, one day I was walking along the road and I saw an elderly lady be beaten up by some biker thug type guy. And so I ran over and pushed his bike over, and then I kicked him in the kneecap, and I punched him in the solar plex, and I said to the woman, run as fast as you can." And Peter responded, "Wow, that is something else. How long ago did that happen?" The man said, "About 2 minutes ago." Well, all of us want to get to heaven. We just don't want to get there that way. Today we're going to talk about heaven. I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to answer from the Bible. And the reason I'm going to answer from the Bible is because the Bible is the only authority written about heaven. The question is today, what is heaven? The answer is heaven is a place. It's a place where God the Father is, where Jesus the Son is, where the angels reside, where the soul of the Old Testament followers of God are, and where the souls of all Christ followers are who have already died. It is not a figment of our imagination. It is a real place. And you might ask, well, where do you find that in the Bible? Well, Hebrews chapter 12, 22 to 24 reads this, "But you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem. You have come to thousands upon thousands of angels in joyful assembly, to the church of the firstborn," that's Jesus Christ, church, the bride, believers, "whose names are written in heaven. You have come to God, the judge of all, to the Spirit of the righteous made perfect, and to Jesus, the mediator of the new covenant." Now, heaven is a place that Jesus calls home. John 14, he says, "In my Father's house are many dwelling places." It's his dad's house. It's Jesus' home. Now, someone will say, well, God can't be contained. God's everywhere. He's everywhere all the time. And the answer is that's true. You can't run from God. You can't hide from God. If you go to the lowest hell, the Bible says he's there. If you go to the highest heaven, he's there. You can't hide from God. Solomon, when he built the temple of God, Solomon said, "But will God really dwell on earth? The heavens, even the highest heaven, cannot contain you. How much less this temple that I have built?" But there is a place where God calls his special place. Isaiah 57:15 says this, "For this is what the high and exalted one says, he who lives forever, whose name is holy. I live in a high and holy place." God has a special place, and he calls it his home, and we call it heaven.